Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If I can just have your attention for one moment, please. We're just about a few minutes from kicking off. Just some housekeeping rules. If everyone can put their mobile phone to silent, that would be very much appreciated. And if everyone can stay in their seats during the procession. In a few minutes' time, once you hear the piper, if you can please be upstanding, that's the platform party ready to process in, and then the formalities will begin. Enjoy your evening. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Special guests of honour and members of our college board, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, graduates, and of course, families and friends. As Vice Principal of Student Experience at the City of Glasgow College, I'm delighted to welcome you all to our 2022 winter graduation. And I also extend a warm welcome to all of those who are joining us online. Thankfully, the last academic year saw us return to a more normal course delivery programme. Despite this, in the last 2 years, many of you will have had to adapt to new ways of working during the pandemic, and we are very proud of how you have overcome such unexpected and difficult times. You've shown impressive resilience and agility, and it makes the qualifications you have worked so hard for, along with your lecturing team, an even more impressive achievement. You are an aspiring group who will shape the future with the creative and problem-solving approaches you have developed at the City of Glasgow College, positioning you well for a life of learning and work. So, what I'd really like you to do is look to the right and look to the person on your left and say, well done and congratulations. Well done. So well done to each and every one of you, and I'm hoping that you will have had a wonderful day and you'll most certainly have a wonderful evening. So as is customary, today's ceremony commences with an address from our college's Principal and Chief Executive, Paul Little. We recently celebrated our 12th anniversary, and in that time, Principal Little has raised City of Glasgow College to be a top-performing college in Scotland and the UK. His leadership continues to redefine tertiary education and rightly ensures that students remain the focal point of everything that we do. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our Principal and CEO, Paul Little. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Chairman, Guest of Honour, Bruce Ryford, late Deacon Convener of the Incorporations of Trades of Glasgow, members of our College Board, honoured Fellow, John MacLeod, distinguished guests, distinguished alumni, colleagues, and especially our graduating class of 2022. I always enjoy the third ceremony of the day. I'm sure you'll understand why. You know, I would like to add my personal welcome to each and every one here this evening, and to your families and friends, and also especially to those that are joining us online right across the world. You'd be surprised how many people tune in for our graduation ceremonies. I'll say a little bit more about our international reputation later. You know, graduates, we meet in the Royal Concert Hall. It's one of the few venues large enough to have a supersized graduation for a super college. And it's an important evening because in this evening we confer your internationally recognised qualifications. And today also marks an important juncture for you. In many ways it's a new chapter, a watershed moment, if you will, between your learning life and perhaps your working life, or between one learning pathway and a second one. And the lecturers and I look forward to this every year, and we feel very privileged that we've been able to help so many learners flourish. Indeed, we've helped so many people realise their particular learning goals, and we feel particularly privileged that we've helped make a few dreams come true. And only you know what those particular dreams are tonight. I know that some of our staff tonight and some of the relatives of our staff tonight are graduates. I know how excited they are, and I'm sure you're equally as excited, as is your family and friends here this evening. You know, whether you're going on to a new course at the college or an advanced course, or if you're leaving to go to another tertiary institution, perhaps taking an apprenticeship, or even going directly into employment. Evenings like this, moments like this, are worth taking a pause, drawing breath, just savour the moment, if you will, and reflect on how far you have achieved. I'm sure you have forgotten about all the tears and the tantrums that your classmates or your families and your friends seen along the way. They have long since been forgotten. But you've come a huge step along the way. Huge amount of personal growth has happened over the duration of your course. And that's not inevitable. That comes from a partnership between you and your lecturers and your classmates. So, understand that maturity comes as well as qualifications as you go through a course, particularly at a college. Now, you have completed what must have seemed like seemingly endless units. You have passed the course. You've made the final grade. And here you are at this moment about to graduate. Now, we officially call you graduands. And as you come across this stage, you become graduates. I'll say a little bit about that in a second. So each of you tonight deserve your 15 seconds of moments in the graduation spotlight. Graduations, of course, are a time for rightful jubilation. However, we should all remember that we still remain officially in a pandemic, and as such, although the legal restrictions have largely been lifted, we still have learned to adapt as we've done so over 3 long years. And you've studied online and your subjects have been interrupted during those 3 long years. So indeed you are extra special students, you are exemplary students. And let that moment sink in a little bit. The principal said, I am an exceptional student and I am an exemplary student. When I was studying at your age, I didn't have to deal with a once-in-a-century pandemic with all that brought in. That was a hugely challenging experience, and between you and your lecturers and your support staff, we've overcome that. So we are going to adapt, and tonight, rather than shaking your hand, which I always enjoy doing, I'm going to give you a ceremonial nod. Now, for those of you who are interested, my neck isn't hugely sore at this stage, but tomorrow morning I guarantee it will be. So that ceremonial nod as you come across the stage is the conferring of your award. And as you leave and go past me, and even before you get the certificate in the graduation tube, you are officially a graduate at that moment. It's a very special moment. It's a very time-honoured moment, and different institutions mark it in different ways, a doffing on the cap or a handshake. In these COVID days, and because there are so many of you, the ceremonial nod is what we will do this evening. You know, it gives me great pleasure to welcome as our VIP guest of honour tonight the former 3rd citizen of Glasgow. We're a very old city here, and Bruce Ryford, together with his wife Anne, is the outgoing Deacon Convener, apologies, of the Incorporation of Trades House. Now I'll formally introduce Bruce at the end of my speech, and Bruce will give you some words of wisdom. I hope to give you a little bit, and as will our chairman. And I hope that you remember those tonight. This is a night pre-year celebrations, but it's also a night as you embark on the next stage to just pause, as I said, and take some advice before you go on to the next stage of your journey. So class of 2022, we're living increasingly in what I call a poly-crisis, a time of many concurrent crises. It's a time of ongoing uncertainty. And it's an added challenge for you because you are about to enter a highly competitive employment market. The good news for you, however, is that employers are desperate for your technological and your professional skills. And I'm very pleased that tonight we have several of you who are graduating with professional skills and not just technological skills. That usually is the sign of the evening graduation ceremony. But all of you have had, in one way or another, a deep learning immersion at our powerhouse of skills and industry-focused education at the City of Glasgow College. You've gained valuable attributes. Of course you will get a qualification tonight, but you're gaining attributes which you can carry with you, which are probably more important than that bit of paper. And what are these attributes? Well, you can more effortlessly problem solve. You can more effortlessly be creative, be solution focused, be entrepreneurial, be mentally and emotionally resilient, and it's clear that you're undaunted by the turbulence and ambiguity of our 21st century. And let's also not forget a very important and an extremely valuable attribute which you're taking with you, which is as an instinctive team member to work more collaboratively and with higher degrees of cooperation than many of the previous generations of students could muster or needed to have. You have all of those attributes in abundance. Those are important. Those attributes will set you apart from what we call the proverbial herd. You might think all colleges and all universities are the same. They are not. Class of 2022, you're graduating from the city of Glasgow College. So as you get that ceremonial nod, you're standing taller because you're graduating from a world-class institution. And that means something extra special. You're also part now of a worldwide family of alumni of some 149 different nationalities across at least 23 countries or 6 continents of the world. City of Glasgow College, your college, is world famous. It's world renowned. And as you know from almost the first day, we simply teach to excellence. We do not teach to average. We do not teach to competence. That's going to be important to you when you're competing for a role. I'll say a little bit more about that shortly. Now, this point of excellence was brought home to me about 2 weeks ago. On behalf of the college, I picked up the EFQM Global Award on behalf of the college. It's from the top global Council of International Excellence. A team of expert assessors spent some 6 months robustly looking at the breadth and depth of the City of Glasgow College. And at the end of that, they recognised that we merited not 7 stars, but we merited 7 diamonds. The elite class above the star class. Now, ladies and gentlemen, graduating class, there's probably less in that hand have that worldwide recognition of 7 diamonds. None of our ancient universities in Scotland have that. None of the blue chip companies in Scotland or indeed in the UK that we support have that status. And we were ranked 3rd in the world, not as a college, but as an internationally excellent organization. We were ranked number 1 as an educational institution. We achieved the highest marks for excellence in the 33-year history of that Global Excellence Council. No university achieved that. No other college ever achieved that. City of Glasgow College achieved that. At the same time as I was picking up that award, 2 of your classmates were picking up world-class medallions of excellence. Each won in the World Skills International Competition. City of Glasgow College was in fact the only college to achieve 2 world-class medallions of excellence. The global high flyers were Simona Fedova for restaurant service and George Hutchison for 3D games technology. And for the benefit of the audience who are not familiar with the World Skills International Movement, it is the Skills Olympics. And City of Glasgow College has been the most successful Scottish institution in the Skills Olympics. And not only that, has been top of the United Kingdom for the past 10 years. So the skills that you gained have the highest currency in the UK, and they have the highest currency internationally. So when you walk past, please be taller. It means something to graduate from the City of Glasgow College. We are not like any other university and not like any other college. And you know what? Future employers know that. Those are the ones that are desperate for your skills. And the City of Glasgow College intentionally works very closely with some 2,000 employers across over 200 industry sectors. They know that you leave us work ready with world-class skill levels. They know that you're able to compete for jobs with your peers anywhere else in the world. And why? Well, class of 2022, you've been taught by the very best. And you've studied in the very best campus. So you have become the very best. And ladies and gentlemen, what does that world-class standard mean? Well, what that really means is that City of Glasgow College sets the standards and others follow. You may also be impressed to know that City of Glasgow College plays a system leadership role in multiple industry domains. We influence multiple industries across Scotland, we influence across the United Kingdom, and we influence across an international global community. Take, for example, the role that I hold recently as the United Kingdom Chair for the Shipbuilding Skills Task Force. I trust class of 22 that in due course, Glasgow, and indeed Scotland, and across the UK, that there will be a renaissance in shipbuilding on the Clyde again. Now, this national position, along with an expert task force, will allow me to look at what's the upskilling and the reskilling and the interventions needed to ensure that we have a talent pipeline for 30 years for what is going to be a £30 billion industry for Scotland and the United Kingdom. And the City of Glasgow College is influencing that. We also stand ready to support that. We intend to double the number of apprenticeships at the college to 2,000. And shortly we will be launching a new higher technological qualification in shipbuilding, the only one of its kind in the United Kingdom. Again, your college is trailblazing. So, I could go on, but time is short. You've probably booked a restaurant for this evening, and you don't want to hear long speeches. When I was graduating from a world-class institution in the United States, at this moment, the president of the college reminded the graduating class that no one achieves success on his own or her own. No matter how brilliant you think you are, you haven't achieved that diploma, certificate, degree, professional qualification on your own. You've had the support of family and friends, you've had the guiding wisdom of your lecturer and the support staff around you. So I need your help. I need you to be pleased to be upstanding and try and look to where your loved one is. And if they're not, if you look towards the camera, they'll probably be online. And I want you to give them a huge round of applause for the support they give you. So class of 2022, can you please be upstanding and give them a huge round of applause? Okay, thank you. It has indeed been a great pleasure to address you at this special ceremony, and ceremonies like this are steeped in ancient academic tradition. Now, as you leave us here as graduates, I urge you to seize each day as if it were your last day, to make a difference for someone or some organization. Never wait until tomorrow. Ignore the excuse and just do it. Because we have meticulously trained you to make a difference with excellence and with impact. And in this complex world that we live in, we believe, and I want you to believe, that you can achieve the impossible. Many people told me before I founded the City of Glasgow College it was impossible to do. I didn't believe them. I'm encouraging you to ignore the naysayers and believe in your inner self and achieve what is seemingly impossible until it's done. How do you do that? My top tip is persistence pays. Now, my final part of my speech I usually try to make, because of my formative years spent in the United States, both in education and in my former naval career, I like to make a quote from a US president. I'm not going to do that tonight. I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do something innovative. I'm going to confide my chairman, my board. I'm going to quote from our First Lady instead. In fact, I'm going to quote from the First Lady of the sitting US President, Joe Biden, who's the 46th President of the United States. I often quote from the 35th, but I decided I'd quote from the First Lady of the 46th President. Now, Dr. Jill Biden is, in her own right, a truly inspirational leader. She's a truly inspirational educator. She's a lecturer. In fact, Dr. Biden is still teaching, despite living in the White House, as a community college professor in the States. Like myself and others, she's a strong advocate of affordable and accessible higher education, not for the few, but for the many. And what she said is, education just doesn't make you smarter, it makes you whole. And she said, in over 20 years, with all the students that have come to study under me, I've seen their determination, I've seen their resilience. Regardless of their home circumstances, they've showed up and they've believed that anything is possible. So, class of 2022, may those wise words live long with you. Anything is possible. May Glasgow be proud of you. May your college be proud of you. Congratulations. Thank you. Now I'd like to formally introduce our guest of honour for this evening, Bruce Ryford. I've had the great honour of knowing Bruce for probably a decade or more. As I said, he is the outgoing Deacon Convener of the Incorporated Trades House of Glasgow, not once but twice. He was appointed initially in 2019, and when the going got tough, he was appointed again in 2022. Glasgow has a long, illustrious history in appointing civic leaders, and our third citizen is the gentleman about to address you. Now, Bruce himself is no stranger to learning. He holds a teaching diploma, he holds an MBA from the University of Glasgow, and he's a fellow of the Institute of Directors and a fellow of the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants. Bruce enjoyed a very distinguished career in Thomas Tunnock's Limited, serving as their company secretary for over 30 years. I was at a dinner recently with Bruce, and Jason Leach was sitting beside him. And the other side of Jason was the minister for the cathedral. And Jason said, I think I'd gone to heaven when I sit beside Tonics Tea Cakes and the minister for the cathedral. Now, during all that time, Bruce has thrived in his management career, opening up new export markets for his company in manufacturing in Glasgow and adding to the production and profitability of his company. And outside of that corporate life, Bruce is giving a huge amount back, along with his wife Anne, to this city, both as an elder of the Church of Scotland since 1977 and a huge range of charitable interests. He's an ambassador for Alzheimer's Scotland. He's an ambassador for Glasgow, the Caring City. He's also involved with Bothwell Futures, and he's a devoted husband and father of two, and indeed has got two granddaughters and two grandsons. Ladies and gentlemen, he is a huge supporter of the City of Glasgow College, so can you please give a very warm Glasgow welcome to Bruce Ryford. Thank you very much.
Principal Dr. Paul Little, members of the various faculties, members of the board, fellow, members of staff, ladies and gentlemen, guests, but most important of all, you, the graduates. And I'm honoured to be invited to address everyone here tonight. And as said, I'm here in the capacity of the late convener of the Incorporated Trades of Glasgow, having served twice in the past 3 years, which in some sense is a unique situation, but it was partly due to the dreaded pandemic which we all have had to suffer. Within the House, we have 14 crafts representing many aspects of business and industry, and they include hammermen, maltmen, tailors, and bakers, to mention a few. The Trades House has been in existence for over 400 years, and along with the Merchants' House of Glasgow, was responsible for the administration and control of the city and its inhabitants. And the Trades Hall is the second oldest building in Glasgow, still used for its original purpose, the first one being the cathedral. But education has always had a prominent role within the Trades House, and prior to local government taking responsibility for education, we established a school for the children of tradesmen within the city, and some of the benches and equipment can still be viewed in our museum. The advent of local government changed the roles and responsibilities of the heads of both the Merchants and Trades House, and although the Deacon Convener, along with the Lord Dean of Guild, still retains a seat on the council, but we have no voting responsibilities, and as stated, recognised as the third citizen of the city, and is expected to attend all council meetings and assist the Lord Provost at all civic occasions, and prior to COVID, that included foreign visits. Today, our role is one of charity, benevolence, and promoting education to those attending from primary school right through to all aspects of further education. Annually, we dispense approximately £750,000 through various funds, including funds such as the Commonweal, Drapers, and education funds. In addition, each craft would also have their own awards, bursaries, and prizes. And recently, I attended the Hammerman dinner, where they awarded 24 prizes to engineering students. But most areas of education are covered by the crafts, and it is always a privilege to see the pride from all the students as they receive their prizes. Last week, I attended Darnley Primary School, along with the Deacon of the Bakers, to demonstrate to Primary 4 pupils the different opportunities that exist within the workplace. The hammermen and the gardeners, weavers are also talking to the school, and if the project is deemed a success, we will roll it out over other schools who have expressed an interest, and we will create a skills academy at primary level. My original craft was that of the bakers, and we awarded prizes to students that allowed them to purchase their equipment and required for their studies. We have had several presentations in Scholars Restaurant, which is a first-class venue, showcasing the talents of the students, thoroughly enjoyed by everyone who attended, and a credit to this college. Little did I realise that as a young teenager, that I was standing before such a distinguished audience. But again, I didn't really apply myself to studying for any qualifications. At the age of 26, married with 2 children and supported by my wife Anne, who's here tonight, I knew that if I wanted to achieve something and some success in life, then I would have to change my approach, apply myself, and have self-belief in what I was doing. I then went to university and studied for a teaching qualification and graduated with distinction. Unfortunately, when I graduated, there weren't many opportunities available, so I then returned to industry and worked there until I retired. But during that time, I had the opportunity to lecture on a part-time basis at Caledonian University for the Family Business Unit, and earlier in my career, I lectured on a part-time basis at Falkirk College for many of the subjects that you're graduating tonight. I then studied for my accountancy qualification, and after qualifying, became one of the youngest fellows of my institute. My appetite for education clearly whetted, and I then studied for a master's degree in business administration at Glasgow University on a part-time basis. I was still working full-time, and I was being fortunate in being promoted to several more senior positions. And before my final move, I became a member and later a fellow of the Institute of Directors. My final move was to take up the position of Company Secretary within Tunnock's Biscuits, and said, I worked there for over 30 years, only leaving to take up the voluntary position in Trades House. I also had the unique experience of being the only non-family member to hold a board-level position within the company. And I owe a debt of gratitude to Sir Boyd Tunnock, who took the risk in appointing a fairly young accountant and non-family member. But Sir Boyd not only taught me about business, but became a great friend and a mentor over those 30 years, which continues today. My time at Tunnock's allowed me to expand my interest beyond accountancy and included all legal work, public relations, financial services, and human resources. We had over 600 employees, many who were long service and highly unionised, which was an education in itself. But when I was approached about the Trades House, Sir Boyd, who had been a major benefactor to the House and many other charities, gave me his blessing and support. He himself was a great benefactor to the Trades House and many charities, both within this city and beyond, usually on an anonymous basis. When I took up my first appointment, there was no chain of office, and it had been newly created. Sir Boyd wasn't happy with that, so he commissioned an appropriate jewel, which is still used today. Having accepted an invitation to take up the position within Trades House, I began to realise the impact that the crafts have in the city's educational establishments. Each craft has particular interests in various areas, and the Rights, over the past few years, have undertaken a competition amongst the students to create a stained glass window for the link corridor at Glasgow Royal Infirmary, and the ones that have already been installed are truly stunning. Until the onset of COVID, the Trades House held an exhibition every year called CraftX, which gave students of all ages an opportunity to showcase their work. And the event takes place over 3 days and includes exhibitions of furniture, jewellery, ceramics, musical instruments, and many more categories. In some cases, it brought about employment opportunities for those students who had displayed their work. We at Trades House are immensely proud of our links with the education sector, and we must do our utmost to maintain and strengthen those links. The Trades House is not elitist and welcomes members from all walks of life, any age, and we would be delighted to welcome members into all our crafts. Until the onset of COVID, the Trades House invited the universities within the city, in conjunction with the sitting Deacon Convener, to hold an annual lecture, and as such is the standing of this college as illustrated by your principal, that we will invite the college to join the 3 existing universities and participate in the annual lecture on a rotating basis. Tonight is a special day in your lives, a day of celebration for family and friends, in acknowledging your achievements and hard work is being recognised and rewarded, and you have to be commended for your awards. The City of Glasgow is renowned throughout the education sector and continues to grow, undertaking some cutting-edge projects for which it must be commended, and I'm sure that work will be maintained and expanded. And Principal Dr. Little must take much of that, and he created the college and brought it forward and continues to bring it forward. For many, tonight is the start of a new career. For others, perhaps a stepping stone for further study. Whatever the case, enjoy this special day. Your hard work has been recognised, and use this as a stepping stone to a new chapter in your life. Hard work will always be recognised, as I can testify. But the biggest asset you have is your own self-belief. Believe in what you are trying to achieve. It may not always be easy, but hard work and perseverance brings self-belief and rewards. In conclusion, may I wish you every success for the future, and thank you for the opportunity to address you tonight. Thank you.
Thank you so much for those inspiring words, Deacon Convener Reidford, especially at the end. Hard work and perseverance certainly get us to where we need to be. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are fast approaching the presentation of awards. Therefore, I now invite Principal Little to the front of the stage to recognise the graduates, and Gus Grubb, Dean of the Faculty of Education and Humanities, to take his place to announce graduates. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Principal Dr. Carney. Principal, it gives me a great honour to present to you the graduands from the Faculty of Education and Humanities. And please don't be frightened to give them a big cheer as they cross up front here. Let's start with HNC Accounting. Lorraine Ankers. Harpreet Singh. Glory Omerege Umoza. Nadia Shepherd. HND Accounting, Paul Aitchison. Abby Komisky. Anna Dukova. Sylvia Felischek. Kimberly Fry. Abby Hatton. Shannon Houston. Neil McCarty. Sehar Mahmood. Zurez Mohammed. Mikhail Rana. Rehan Sattar. Farhan Shahzad. Elaine Waters. And the fast track to financial services, Deborah McLean. HND Financial Services, Nazia or Sheila Bama. Carly Black. Georgina Campbell. Simran Durach. Louise Erskine. Amina Hussain. Muhammad Hussain. Khadija Wahid. And Kirsten Walker. HND Retail Management, Antonia Cardoso. Ewan Kosh. Kyle Davidson. Roma Gibbons. Broden Goff. Lewis Mackay. Laura Sheen. And Sophie Wade. HNC Supply Chain Management, Nabil Rahman. HND Supply Chain Management, Idowo Adakamala. Abdur Ramin Ahmed. Monica Menchel. Nafiz Razak. And Robert Tadabod. HNC Administration and Information Technology with Digital Communications, Bita Golek. HND Administration and Information Technology, Zain Hussain. Donna O'Donnell. Jesse Okeke. Stasha Smith. Semon Tatarenko. Veronica Volak. HNC Business with Enterprise, Alex Adrian. Maya Rowe. HNC Business with Languages, Mirren Callahan. HND Business, Georgia Buchan. Emily Cameron. Kezia Kutsi. Alice Crawford. Teresa Kutabiala. Lily Ann Doyle. Lola Duncan. Rosie Gibson. Owen Gray. Shilan Hashim. Margaret Heed. Leanne Lawler. Rebecca Lindsay. Zoe Logan. Samran Masi. Sarah McColligan. Leah McDowell. Niall Monon. Francis Miwagi. Katie Sherry. Damien Soko. Alexander Stewart. Keira Stewart. Hannah Watson. Chloe Yildirim. Diploma of Higher Education and Business, Carly Akar. Katie Catonhead. Caitlin Carr. Stuart Carrigan. Jane Gregg. Kirsty Hunter. Eve Kirkland. Archie Pickin. Lauren Robertson. HNC in Legal Services, Antonia Catula. Zara Smith. Hafsa Wasim. HND Legal Services, Sophie Baxter. Rebecca Bonner. Keira Brown. Sharon Kearney. Hayley Collins. Courtney Crossan. Lisa Donachie. Niamh Duncan. Azadeh Fatali. Sharon Freeman. Sandra Garifalu. Romy Gilgallen. Demi Lee Gray. Jodie Hamilton. Lindsay Hamilton. Stuart Handling. Kira Hilton. Kyle Johnston. Anissa Khan. Dirab Khan. Veronica Kuzmaida. Philippa Linus. Chloe Lynch. Mary McRae. Sophie McIntosh. Ryan McShane. Marisa Moweta. Logan Lee Monroe. Alexander Owen. Tegan Patterson. Mina Riley. Courtney Richardson. Amy Ross. Sky Louise Scott. Robin Kathleen Taylor. Julie Ann Templeton. Lauren Thompson. Leanne Waugh. Dylan Welsh. And Amy Wright. HNC Healthcare Practice, Chloe Balfour. Amy Joan Campbell. Ellie Carroll. Sophie Gray. Chelsea Kerr. Niamh Mackay. Laura McQueen. Leah Marshall. Kira MacLeod. Thomas Miller. Kenny Morrison. Faith Ogbewe. Michelle Ralston. Natalia Rashid. Lucy Sinclair. Rachel Tom. Jasmine Turner. HNC Social Science, Social Services, Emma Louise Austin. Alina Batty. Gillian Meckelhatton. Francine Mwemba. Dana Monroe. Emily Reynolds. Nissa Usmani. Summer Weir. HNC Childhood Practice, Bushra Barakath. Aisha Ali. Nur Fatima Ali. Ailey Andrew. Sarah Beth Burnett. Claire Conroy. Emma Cowan. Taylor Dykes. Taylor Gordon. Nina Gallone. Caitlin Hamill. Emma Hamilton. Erim Jamil. Amy Lafferty. Caitlin Lennox. Lauren McFadden. Matthew McNeil. Victoria Miller. Magdalena Panchak. Eva Patton. Claire Perry. Anna Pinatelli. Jennifer Preston. Zara Quinn. Chloe Shillinglaw. Nicole Thompson. Gosha Tyre. Katie Waller. HND Childhood Practice, Jordan Grimes. Neve McFadden. Lauren Mackay. Cara Mulgrew. Jade Oswald. Rebecca Siddall. Kyra Stevenson. Erin Vermeesh. Lauren Williamson. Heather Wilson. HNC Social Sciences, Abby Ferguson. Benjamin McCabe. Abby McGlinchey. Heather Wallace. Courtney Ward. HND Social Sciences, Rebecca Ellis. Michael McDevitt. Hayley Smart. Diploma of Higher Education and Social Sciences, Cameron Baird. Laura Clements. Ailey Dunlop. Karen Laurie. Adam Lyle. Anna Moore. James Neville. The BA Honours Open Degree in Social Sciences, Kathleen Ramsey. Honor Roberts. William Ross. Fiona Tweedley. Rachel Wedlock. The PDA Teaching Practice in Scotland's Colleges, Timothy Fraser. Ashley Gill. Alistair Ireland. Heather Munro. Neil Murdoch. SVQ Care Services Leadership and Management Level 4, Vicky McPhee. SVQ Social Services Children and Young People Level 4, Sarah Blades. Taylor Ferguson. CIPD Level 3 Foundation Certificate in People and Practice, Jennifer Gemmell. Jacqueline Sheen. CIPD Level 5 Associate Diploma in People Management, Karen Campbell. Katie Carrigan. Tracy Goslin. Shan Gray. Nicola Griffin. Jennifer Hastings. Patrick Lloyd. Paul Macbeth. Janet Maxwell. Jennifer McClellan. Nina Waddell. Darren Ward. HNC Facilities Management with IWFM Level 4 Diploma in Facilities Management, Christina Cox. Peter Gasana. Claire McWilliams. Gary Murray. And Jacqueline Thompson. HND Facilities Management with IWFM Level 5 Diploma in Facilities Management, Jacqueline Black. Lorraine Cronin. Liz Jasper. Catherine Thompson. Carrie Wallace. The IWFM Level 5 Diploma in Facilities Management, Eddie Manners. The CIH Level 4 Certificate in Housing, Natalie Campbell. Christina Dunnipace. Samantha Ferguson. Zoe Hooper. The TUC Diploma in Occupational Health and Safety, Elaine Atwood. William Crichton. Shirley Fury. David Johnston. Andrew Kirkwood. And Michelle McBride. Principal, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the conferring for the graduates for the Faculty of Education and Humanities. Congratulations and thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Principal. Thank you, Gus. We'd now like to share a short video with you with some messages of congratulations from people that you might just recognise. Thank you.
A huge congratulations to our retail and supply chain management students. Fantastic achievement. I wish you all the best in the future and go and shape it.
Congratulations to all our graduates tonight.
Congratulations to the HNC and HND Childhood Practice students.
We're very proud of you all.
Congratulations and well done.
Hi everyone.
Congratulations to everybody working on the professional awards today for HNC, HND Facilities Management and IWFM. Well done in getting your award, and I wish you all the very best in the future.
Congratulations everyone in financial services, good luck in your future, all the best.
On behalf of the Legal Services team, well done to all graduates. Congratulations!
Hi, I would like to say a big congratulations to all the students who are graduating today.
What he said. Congratulations to all the graduates, well done. Shh.
Congrats from CSA!
Congratulations everyone on behalf of the Social Sciences course team. You've all done absolutely amazing and we wish you all the best for the future. You've earned it.
Okay, congratulations all the students for Education and Humanities. It's now time to go and have some fun and celebrate with your family and friends. Well done.
Congratulations HND Business Class of 2022. For myself and all of the business team, we're so very, very proud of you. Good luck with your future.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Just do that. I just did that.
Congratulations!
Well done to you all.
Sorry, I'll obviously take about 10 times to get this done.
Need to do another one. Need to do another one. Mary.
Congratulations!
Well done.
Do you know where that is?
Right, will somebody grab her behind the knee in pain?
Right, sorry about that.
Smashed it.
Only education and humanities can reach such lofty standards, so well done team. I did say that today was probably the first day I hadn't cried yet, but I nearly cried at the end there, so well done, that was great. Deacon Convener Reedford, we know you're an exceptionally busy man, and we're very grateful for you for taking the time to be here today. So can I ask our principal to present to you with a token of appreciation, please? Thank you. Thank you, Principal. Can I now invite the Chair of our College Board, Alistair Barron, to step forward to give the closing address? Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. MacLeod asking for a special mention, so I particularly enjoyed the last section. It's a prime example of it'll be all right on the night. Fabulous. Dr. Carney, Deacon Convener, Bruce, if I may, members of the College Board, our honoured fellow John MacLeod, distinguished guests, distinguished alumni, Principal, I notice I've missed you out on every other occasion, but Principal, colleagues, graduating class of 2022, get used to that. Mums, dads, family, friends. As they say, our revels never ended. But before we depart, may I share my pleasure that we'll be able to welcome so many of you here in person. I'm truly honoured to be here at this milestone event in your career in life, delivering on this special day what the Principal often calls a mercifully few closing few words. whilst the last academic year has seen a return to more normal course delivery programmes, the last 3 years have been far from normal. You've overcome significant challenges in your academic and professional skills journey. Your accomplishments here today carries even more significance, because to succeed you've had to adapt, innovate, and overcome some extremely challenging times. Such resilience, agility, and determination holds you in good stead. Your flexibility, commitment, and ability has brought you success in achieving these certificates and diplomas. Take great pride in this milestone in your life and look to the future with confidence, knowing that you're equipped with the skills and qualifications to embrace exciting new opportunities. You have the skills that will shape the new economy and improve our society. On behalf of my colleagues on the Board of Management, may I say how immensely proud of you we are, and we wish you every success in your chosen careers and further studies. Now, can I particularly, and I don't often single out any group of you because you are all in your own way stars, but can I particularly offer my congratulations to over 6 staff who graduated this evening, improving their personal development and ensuring that they're ready to contribute to the work of future students. And I admire the way that you did that at a time of challenge and adversity for us all. During the last 3 years at City of Glasgow College, you'll be thankful for the support and encouragement and no doubt some wise counsel received from your family, friends and partners, many of whom are here to share your celebrations. Undoubtedly, your gratitude, and certainly mine, goes to the City of Glasgow College lecturing and support staff for their professionalism, guidance and advice during your course. But I also express recognition and appreciation for the inspirational vision and exceptional leadership of Principal Little and his management team, who worked so tirelessly to create such an inspirational, innovative environment in which to study and truly let learning flourish. Graduates, you may not believe this, but like myself, you are now City of Glasgow College alumni. I like to think that we are such stuff as dreams are made on. And you will always be welcome here to continue your lifelong study. As you begin a new and exciting chapter of your life story, reach for the stars and be as aspirational as you can be. Have conviction and confidence in your ability and in your newfound skills learnt here in this world-class institution. I'm going to end, if I may, with quotes from someone defined as the greatest pioneer of the constructionist theory of knowing, who was an early advocate of innovation in the educational system. He was the author of the seminal book To Understand is to Invent, The Future of Education. Over a long career, Jean Piquet was awarded 16 honorary degrees from universities across the UK, Europe and the Americas. Reflecting on the role for education he offered two inspirational comments that I share with you today. Only education is capable of saving our societies from possible collapse, whether violent or gradual. And the principal goal of education should be creating men and women who are capable of doing new things, not simply repeating what other generations have done. That, I think, is the key element of this, because you are the men and women who are capable of doing new things and not simply repeating what other generations have done. These words are more relevant now than ever. The world is changing at an increasingly faster pace. Simply repeating what other generations have done may no longer be a viable or even desirable option. Graduates of 2022, I urge you to take forward this spirit of innovation from your time at City of Glasgow College. You're the generation to do new things. You're the generation to do great things. And you're the generation to change the world for the better. Tonight, though, the priority is slightly different. It's one of richly deserved celebration. So please enjoy yourselves. Thank you.
Thank you, Alistair, for those words of encouragement, and I'm sure lots of you won't need much encouragement to go on and enjoy the rest of your evening. So, everyone, that just about brings us to the end of proceedings. Congratulations once again to you all. You may like to know that all graduate names are published in today's Glasgow Herald, which will be on sale at the front door. Always a good purchase, good Christmas present for mums and dads. Can I now ask you to please be upstanding while the stage party proceeds out of the auditorium? Enjoy your evening. Thank you.